Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in again to my video diary, another episode. I'm so sorry I skipped last week. Maybe I even skipped 2 weeks in a row. For that, I apologize. I don't know. I just didn't feel like doing it and I didn't. So, I don't know. Let's just move forward. Maybe I didn't do it because I don't even know what to update you all on. I'm like, what is even happening in life? Who knows what I'm going to talk about today? So we'll just see what wants to come through. Let's see what God wills this to be. Okay, one thing that definitely was cool that has happened to me is I recorded with another artist for the first time. So that was very exciting, and that felt like following a call. Like the idea, the inspiration came of reaching out to this artist I met at a music festival that we both played in. He went right before me, and his material, like what he sings about, is very similar to what I talk about and I sing about, and it's a lot of like, mental health things and emotional things, growth, like overcoming the blockages within your mind kind of thing. And so I was writing this track, which another first for me, like actually rapping on it or kind of spoken word. So that was, I don't know, I just felt like he would add a lot to it. So I reached out and he was down. I sent him the track, and in just like a day or two, he finished writing lyrics. So this last Saturday he came down and recorded, and it was like literally the first take. It was like perfect. And then we got like done with the work in like 20-30 minutes, and then we just chatted for like an hour. But it was really fun to experience that, of like being the host, being the producer. Like, I produce myself, of course, but there's something different about like, welcome to my studio, and making an artist feel comfortable, and being, familiar enough with all of the recording gear and the DAW to like have a nice smooth session and get it all in there. So yeah, it went really well. It felt very like a very blessed experience, and he's super pumped to come down and make a music video together. And he's like, wants to get all his friends involved. So it's like, I'll get all my friends, and it'll just be like a giant party. And that made me think of this tarot reader, True Path Tarot. She's great. She's just got such a beautiful, calm energy, and I've been really enjoying her readings lately, and they've been resonating a lot. So definitely check her out if you haven't. The one that I had listened to just before, I must have listened to it on Friday. She said, I keep seeing this high-fiving, like we did it, yay, we did it energy. And yeah, that's definitely what it was for me. It was a feeling of like, we did it, but we did it together, enjoying something that like you made with a community. And I do think that's where I'm going to be pulled more, because I've been so isolated. I've been doing everything myself, just, like feeling like kind of alone in all that I've been working on, and yeah, this last year I released 3 singles, and it would be like the day that I'd release would be so exciting, and people would reach out, and I would feel this sense of like, I'm not just doing this alone. There is this like world that I'm then sharing with, but then it would so quickly like die down, and it's on me. Like, this is my project, and the outcome of it is all on me and what I'm doing and not doing. And I was definitely not on social media. Like, I would post like a video, like I released a song, and then it'd be like, why didn't I go viral yet? I wasn't ready to share myself. I think I was still in that time trying to show up. Like, how do I just not sure of myself enough to be like, everyone check it out. I have stuff to say. I'm a person. I have thoughts. check them out. You know, it was me like still in the hunt for that. And I feel very relieved to have chilled out on that front. More comfortable, more able to just be and share. And I think that's such a huge shift, that we don't share until we feel comfortable with ourselves. And or, you know, sometimes we muscle our way through it, like even though it like we're like feeling so cringe. You know, I think finding this like peace within myself has made it so much easier to show up. And of course it was hard in the beginning to show up and like be on camera and then share that, but it has been such a freeing thing to do it and then be like, actually it's okay, like people aren't like being mean, you know. It's, if you're wondering about sharing, like starting a YouTube channel or starting making Instagrams or TikToks or something like that, I really highly encourage you to just go ahead and do it, and don't worry about what it looks like, because no one's gonna see it. I mean, like 4 people will see it. That's what my videos have been doing, and it's okay, because it's like they'll get the eyes when they're meant to get the eyes. I'm not tripping about having very few views, and I don't even feel like I need to like hustle to make it happen. And how do I get more followers? I don't care. I just want to share. I just feel called to share, and hopefully this resonates with people. Hopefully you get something out of it, and my experience can mirror back your experience, and you can see me going through it and expanding by pushing myself in new and exciting ways. And, you know, I would be so honored if I could inspire you to go and follow your dreams and, you know, expand and just follow up on all of the things that have been calling to you that just sound fun, just sound cool and fun. Like take the class that you've been meaning to try. I did that this last couple weeks. I actually started pole dancing, which I feel like is divisive. Like I'm like afraid to tell people this. I certainly have not told my parents this. Like, because, you know, it's like, what? So you're like paying money to like learn how to be a stripper? I don't know. No, I don't feel like at this point wanting to be a stripper, but I do feel like pole dancing is so cool. It is so much strength, but also grace and beauty, like any dance. And it's just really fun. I mean, you climb up a pole and then you twirl around it and people go upside down, and it's so cool. And it's kind of this huge bummer that it has such a context around it, like this sexual thing. And I mean, it is sexy. It's definitely part of it is like the sexy dancing, which I'm like, I don't think it's cool. I'm down for that. So I don't know. It's one of those things, like I feel like some people will be like, oh, hell yeah, that sounds really cool and fun. And then other people will be like, but who cares? I don't know. If someone reacts and has like, is triggered by that and has a whole history around pole dancing, I don't know. I don't, so I'm gonna keep exploring that. I can feel that, like, you know, when you start something new and it's like, there's something for me here, I have to keep pulling that thread and seeing where this goes. So I got a membership and I'm gonna go to as many classes as I can, and I will report back. Thus far, obviously I'm just starting, you know, still figuring it out. And they have like tests to pass from level 1 to level 2 and etc. And I can tell all the people in the class are like, should be in level 2, but they're too like afraid to take the test. So everyone around me is like climbing to the top of the pole. It's very impressive. So that is something that's been really exciting to me. Honestly, these last few weeks have felt very flowy, very following what feels fun. But, you know, it's like I'm not getting a lot of quote unquote work done. How is my EP going to be released? How all that stuff. Okay, so I just let go of, I'm almost done. I'll finally have something to show everyone, right? It's this energy of proving myself and I still want to create things and share them. And it's like I have songs ready to be shared. I don't know. I'm just trusting myself, that in the now moment, I'll know what to do. When I'm thinking about it, it's like, it seems like I like going for walks, and I bought a book, and I'm going to this dance class, and like, yes, I play my guitar. Yes, I do some writing. I started a new track, but like finishing up songs and getting this EP closer to being done does not really feel like it's happening. So I don't know. I know I can't control it anymore. I can't be so like, it's got to be like this, and I have to spend my time like this, because then I'm not actually free. And all week I felt really flowy and free, like I was saying. And Thursday I was like, I'm feeling like making some music. I feel, let's do it. And I made a like indie pop kind of track, like, and by that I mean I made essentially a backing track. Like, it's everything's there except for the main vocal melody, that's like the top line. And I came up with some melodies that fit over it, but then that was on Thursday. And then Friday, it's like, perfect, I'll just write a song, and then I'll have this song done, and it'll be like, so cool. Like, what a great way to end the work week, and, you know, have something to show. And I just didn't, I felt like tired. I felt like I just wanted a nap and sleep. And I was really fighting that and feeling all this resistance. And I was like, but who cares if there's resistance? Just freaking do it anyways, and something will happen. But it's like I kept sitting down and trying, and it just wasn't. I don't know. And I'm like, is the lesson for me that I need to try harder? It's like, probably not. The theme of everything that's been coming through for me so far has been like, try less. Do what's easier. Have more fun, worry less, stress less, do less. And so honestly, is like, this resistant was like, well, the energy is like telling you to go nap, and you're feeling bad about that, and you're feeling like that's not allowed. Which sounds pretty, you know, definitely sounds like not it, not how to live life. That I would be more free if I just allowed myself to do what I actually want. Like, if I really want to nap, I should allow myself to go do that. And I'm seeing that there's this, like, I guess a belief or something that I needed to finish this song by the end of the week. Like, that, I don't know where that came from, but it felt just like that would be good. And I think what confuses me sometimes is feeling like, if I'm a divine being, and, you know, I'm creating this whole world, then if I want something like that, like I want to write this song today, then shouldn't that happen? Shouldn't I be in control enough of my universe to like see that happen? But again, I guess I'm saying control versus flow versus allow. So, you know, I'm just doing the dance. I'm doing the dance of allowing and flowing, but also like working towards things. But now I guess I'm really at this point where I just want to follow what resonates. I really want to fully devote to trusting myself in the moment, what feels cool, what feels like a good time to me, and doing that, and really trusting that that is going to somehow lead me to my purpose or success. You know, I mean, certainly if nothing like comes from it, it's like, at least I'm like living my life well. I'm like enjoying each moment of my life, and that's sounds like very important. Sounds like the really reason we're here. Generally, I have been feeling really like at peace and flowy And I had a meditation. I went to a meditation at the temple that I'm like a part of, the Self-Realization Fellowship. And I was actually playing in the kirtan, which is like kind of the band, but it's like traditional Indian instruments, like tablas. And I play the tambura, which is, it's kind of like a sitar, but you don't fret it. You just like pluck the open, you tune the strings to a key and then just pluck it open. And it's gorgeous. It has this really nice twangy sound. So it's, because you're not fretting and you always pluck in the strings in the same order, it's kind of, it's very meditative. You don't have to think about doing it. You just feel and let it flow out. And it's, so I really felt tonight like I got to this point where spirit was just flowing through me. Like I was watching myself as like spirit animating this body. And this power and, you know, the peace, and just felt really good. I'm just gonna keep, as much as I can, feel into that again and again. And I like this idea of like kind of watching the reality show of your life. You know, you're just watching you be a human and your spirit animating your body. And this was just this evening, so very recent, but coming home, walking home, and then making myself dinner. It's like, and then doing this. You can tell you're in flow because you have a thought of like doing something, and then you just do it. You're like, oh, that'd be cool. And then here you are, you know, in contrast, you're like, that'd be cool. But then, I don't know, but then I'd have to. And it's like, no, just, you can just do it. You can just allow, just let go and allow your spirit to carry you to the next moment and see what you do. See what you do when you just let go. So that is, I guess if I have a goal of this week, yeah, I'm like, do I even set goals anymore? Do I say, I want to finish the CP this week? I just keep saying that. It's just feeling silly. I do want to keep writing. I want to write another song. I want to write some lyrics. I would feel really good. And I definitely want to do some more dance classes. And I want to take the, you know, vocals that I just recorded and add them into the track and finish that and send it back to him so then we can start working on the music video. And additionally, I had this idea for like a YouTube book club. I even like filmed kind of the first episode and I just didn't finish it, worked like editing and all of that. But maybe I still think I'm going to do it. The idea is it's a book about style. It's called The Power of Style. And so we would read a chapter each week, and then I'll post a video of my thoughts, and then we all can comment on it, and maybe we can find a chat room somewhere. And yeah, because that's something, a journey I'm ready to go on is personal style. I've been like broke for the last few years and going through all of this like internal stuff. Where going from like, I don't care about my appearance to like, oh my God, I've really let myself go. I have so much like I need to fix about myself. And so just not in a good headspace to like explore personal style. But right now it's feeling so resonant. It's feeling so exciting to me because I don't feel like I need to fix myself. I just want to explore myself. I want to explore like my layers that I have. And I think something that's going to be really interesting, I think that we'll find as we do this, is that there's things that you do to protect yourself. Like, I'm wondering how much of my style has been defined by just limitations that I've put on myself. I know a very old one for me is this like cool girl versus hot girl. Like, you're either edgy and cool and smart and quirky, or you're like traditionally beautiful and you're traditionally hot and sexy and pretty and girly, you know, more traditionally feminine. And I feel like I've like for some reason separated those, like you can only be one of those things. And I mean, it's probably because that's what I was pop culture kind of shows or has shown for a long time. Like I was just watching last night the Amanda Bynes movie, She's the Man, which is an adaptation of Shakespeare's The Twelfth Night. And a young Amanda Bynes, she's like dressing as a boy, pretending to be her brother at this private school, and her impression of a guy is just like, what is so bizarre. It's, yeah, classic. But anyways, it was in this era, right, where it's like you have the prissy girls, like they're hot, they're like, oh, the guys are drooling over them, but they're always like really mean and shallow, and you know, they're not even cool. And so it was like growing up, I always wanted to be a cool girl, you know, because I like music and writing and cool artsy movies and punk music, you know. I'm definitely a cool girl. But I guess I'm saying, as I've gotten older and re-examined that old belief, I think I'd like to be a hot, pretty girl too. I don't know, like just like feminine. Yeah, I like pink and I like girly things and frills, and so I don't know. Yeah, I do feel like there's different parts of me, and one is much more like slouchy, like, you know, not trying too hard, effortlessly cool kind of thing. But then also maybe there's another part of me that I haven't explored as much that, you know, like a little more princessy. And so I'm really excited to explore that, you know, explore myself through this particular lens of style. Oh my God, I was like, I don't even have anything to say, and I've just still somehow managed to talk for 20 minutes. I do think I've expressed what I want to. I feel like I've explored what happened in the past and what is coming up for me. So thank you so much if you're watching this video. Like, truly, that means so much to me that, you know, that you're getting something out of this. And yeah, thank you. And I will post again, I promise you. Okay, so if you like it, you should subscribe, definitely, like absolutely, that would be really cool. And anyways, I'll catch you later.